That's definitely a bite. Yep, we've got him this time. And all I know is got to get him in without losing him. Feels quite a reasonable fish, but he's going to try desperately to get in the sight. I think he's made it. Oh, jeez. Hi, I'm at Offord Cluny today, but not on the mill stream. I didn't do too well on the chub stream last week, so I decided to give the streams a miss for a while. I'm on the main river at Offord Cluny, and I'm on the section of the club's water that they call the triangle, and I'm actually at the apex of the triangle. On my left, when I'm sitting down there, will be the outflow from the lock cutting and the mill stream, and on my right is the main river. Now, I have caught one chub from this spot before, and on another occasion I had one on and it came off, so it's not quite prolific, but I know there are chub in the area. In fact, there's chub everywhere on the Great Ouse, to be honest. Strangely enough, I was hoping for a bit more flow today, having been moaning about the sort of too much flow in the recent past. I was hoping for a bit of flow, because you get the flow coming down the main river, and much less flow coming out the lock cutting, so you get a nice crease, and that's where I've fished in the past. There is a flow on the main river, so I'll fish the same spot. I bought some ground bait, and I'll put a feed on and some bread flake, cheese paste. I'm going to sit it out here today. I'm not going to roam around, even if nothing happens. I'm going to sit it out. It's a strange old day today. We're in a high pressure system, but that doesn't mean sun. It's totally overcast, but there's not a breath of wind. It's absolutely still. Lovely conditions, really. But anyway, I won't natter on anymore. I'm sort of all set up, and we'll get going and see what comes of it. Right, all set up and ready to go. So, piece of bread flake, size 8 hook, small cage feeder, on a couple of stops. I put 2 on just to hopefully stop it sliding down. Little bead with a clip-on thing, and that's it really. I've got this Quorum, what do they call it now? All-purpose rod, 1.1 test curve. Quite a light rod really. Bought it a couple of years ago, it was on offer. Yeah, so we're sort of ready to go really. Small bait runner reel, Shimano 2500, and that's it. So we'll see how we go. Really need to cast a bit further down than that. We'll leave it there for now. Well, when I tried to retrieve that first cast, I was snagged. So I need to get further down, I think this reed bed probably extends further out than I realised. I'm just going to see if this is firm enough to walk on to give me a... it's very muddy. A better casting position. That's not too bad. I can definitely feel It's a bit soft underneath. Right. That's a bit better. Just got to get out of here now. It's all very muddy and slippery. Yeah, I think I'd cast into some bottom cabbages or something. It stuck firm when I went to retrieve. It's a bit of a light rod really to cast that feeder. If the worst comes to worst, I'll change to a small bomb, take the feeder off and just throw some balls of ground bait in. That may be better actually. I can then get further down. But we'll see how this one goes. It's quite a bit further, but I don't want to have to keep walking down into those reeds to cast if I can help it. Yeah, it's a sit and wait day today. After last week, wandering up and down the stream, hoping for a quick take in or a quick bite in one of the spots. This is a still day. If this gets snagged, I don't know what I do really. Perhaps cast further out into the main stream. As I say, it'd be interesting to see what happens when I retrieve this one, if it's still snaggy. I'll perhaps cast more out into the mainstream and take my chances out there. There's certainly no interest at the moment. Well, the good news is when I retrieved, it wasn't snagged, so casting a bit further down is getting me into clear bottom, obviously. But I didn't get a bite, so I've just cast out again. And I'll leave it there, see how we go. I thought something would have been nosing around the bait by now, but even if it's only small fish. Interestingly, I after my blank on the chub stream last week, because I was in St Ives, I popped in St Ives tackle on the way home to get a few bits and pieces, and I said to the guy there, I said, I've just spent 4 or so hours down the chub stream and caught nothing, and he said his first sort of reaction was, well, no one seems to be catching anything at the moment, so perhaps conditions are not good, I don't know. There was only one car in the car park when I parked this morning, so obviously there's not too many people around. No, there's certainly nothing happening immediately, is there? I've cast a little bit further out from the sort of crease into the mainstream. Put a bit of cheese paste on. See if that makes any difference. But not looking too promising at the moment, to be honest. I had no interest at all. very smelly cheese paste, so if there's any chub in the area, I'm going to hope they will sniff it out. Yeah, I didn't know what to do today. There was a sort of a toss-up between coming here on the main river or going over to the mill stream. But I thought I'd give this a try. I haven't been to this spot for quite a while now, probably a couple of years I think. So, but there's certainly nothing immediate, is there? All very quiet. Could always go over the chub stream, I suppose. What's the time? I don't mean the chub stream, I mean the mill stream. But this is not doing anything here. I think there must be a lot of weed down there. I keep bringing in weed. I'm starting to get very negative about this spot, to be honest. Having said I'm going to stay here all day or for the session, I think I'm going to have a move because I haven't had any interest at all. So I'm going to sort of pack up and have a move and try somewhere else. Well, 2 hours on the main river and not a hint of a fish, not a tickle. So I thought I'd cut my losses and I've come over to the mill stream, which is showing signs of floodwater having gone through. Everything's flattened, but I may pick up a chub here. At least that'll be something for the day. Yeah, I wasn't getting a touch. So despite what I said, I was going to stay in one place all day. I decided probably if I wanted to get a fish today, I was going to have to move. So I've moved. So let's see what happens here. Well, things aren't really panning out that well today. I sort of walked over to the mill stream and there's a really hot spot on the mill stream and there's someone in it. There's only 2 cars in the car park, but just my luck, someone in it. So there are chub all along this stream, but I think my chances of catching today are diminishing by the minute, but we'll give it a go. Nothing to lose, really. Yeah. Oh dear, I don't know. I really don't fancy moving again, so I'm just gonna give this a go and see what happens. Well, here we are. Certainly looking a bit different to when I last came here. The whole of this field's been underwater with the floods. Where I'm sitting would have been underwater, so it's had a really good flush through. But, which means there's not as much visible reed growth in the stream. But there's probably still the remnants of it on the bottom. So yeah, today's not worked out, has it? I don't know. To get down by those trees there. Yeah, I'm just going to sit it out now and hope a chub comes along. I perhaps should have gone back to the car park pool, tried for the bream there. It was a sort of choice really, because where I was fishing was about halfway between the car park and the mill stream, so it's sort of take your pick really, and I decided to come to the mill stream. I sort of get attracted by streams. I can't seem to keep away from the damn things. Right, let's try a bit of cheese paste. Smelly cheese paste. See if that attracts anything. Go a bit further down than that. Oh. Yeah, that's about where I want to be. Go under those trees now. Blimey, that's 4 male ducks and 1 female. Jeez. She's popular. Oh, 2 more males and 1 more female. A real duck party here. Oh, another female. Oh, the odds are evening up now. Blimey, a lot of ducks. I was going to throw some of my ground bait in, but it's no use doing it now. They'll just go frenetic over it. So I have to wait for them to vanish. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to cast in a better spot than I just cast, to be honest. I almost touched the edge of those trees as the bait went in, so it's right under those overhanging branches now. Well, that's definitely a bite. It's definitely a bite. Come on, take it, take it. That was definitely about an inch pull, and then it dropped back. Either that or something hit the line. Oh, is this frustrating? This is. Thing is, I keep thinking something's nibbling at the bait, but when I bring the bait in, it's really quite intact. So this must just be either debris in the water or the sort of stream of weed moving backwards and forwards. I don't know. It hasn't got that sort of positive pull. You know, just it pulls, but it's just very slow. It's not that sort of snatch. Well, the ducks obviously live over there, so they're not going to go anywhere. So I think after this cast, whatever happens to it, I'll put the ground bait in. I think this mill stream is being fished a lot more than when I first fished it a few years ago. I say that when I come here, there's someone else on it today, but I rarely see anybody else on it. But it's just you can sort of tell by the bank how much the bank's trodden down in the various sort of spots that have been fashioned for fish from. You know, it's really well worn in, and there was a report on the club's Facebook page earlier in the year, or earlier in the season. I'm sure it was a £7 chub come out of here, which in a way doesn't surprise me, but that is a massive fish for a stream like this. I mean, so the ones I've caught here tended to be £3-4, and the best one I had was just under 5. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a £7 that's caught from here, but fish of a lifetime really, from a stream like this. I've lost fish in here, so I wouldn't know how big they were. Yeah, I've lost a few fish. They've got me in the reeds, or in the bank, really, in the side, you know. Yeah, that's obviously a little refuge for the ducks over there. Could even be where all that sort of trees, that sort of bit of trees and all that sort of mass of branches. It could have been a nesting space for them, I suppose. Yeah, I can't do much better. I'm literally dropping it right under those overhanging branches down there. So can't believe I'm spooking him, although the other angler's not too far below those trees, so. But there again, oh, kingfisher. Kingfisher, 2 kingfishers. Pair of kingfishers, come on. Superb. I don't think it would have been on the camera, but yeah. Move like lightning. Certainly only one of them. One of them just came through over there by where the ducks are now, those 2 ducks. Just came through and it turned sharply and went back again. And then as it went back, another one sort of joined it from where, I don't know, but that's the thing really. If you don't catch any fish, you still get out in the countryside and you get to see the wildlife, and so although it might be a blank at the end of the day, it's not a waste by any means. I'd rather be out here than sort of sitting at home doing nothing. No, can't tempt them, can I? Well, I say tempt them, I may not even be there. See, that looked like a little bit of a pull, but it's difficult to know. This water's coming down, it's not tearing down, but it's got a fair pace on it, so if something was to hit the line, it certainly would knock the rod. That's all I've been getting, just little sort of inch, not even an inch really, 3/4 of an inch little pulls and pops back again, you know. And we say chub don't always whack the rod around, that's for sure. They sometimes only sort of pull it slightly, but it's usually a fairly determined pull. You can differentiate it from the sort of random movements that you get on the rod top from the water. I don't think I've ever fished this long in one spot on the mill stream. I usually just walk along and dip it in, and then that's it really, on the basis that if they're there, they're there. But not a lot of choice today really. I just didn't fancy moving again. It's fair walk back to the car park pool. And by the time I sort of sat up there and that, yeah, not worth it really. It's better to sit here and just keep my fingers crossed something may come along. God, gee, almost hit the tree then. Can't get any further down than that without losing things. That's the best I can do. See, I often get a lot of movement when it first goes in. I think that's just the weight being dragged across as the flow takes it. That's definitely a bite. Yep, we've got him this time. And all I know is got to get him in without losing him. He feels quite a reasonable fish, but he's going to try desperately to get in the side. And I think he's made it. Oh, jeez. He's got into the side. bugger it. That always transferred me. Let's try hand lining. Nothing worse than not getting any fish and losing the only one you hook. Oh, he's on the move again. Cross that. God, get out there. You're not getting in there. Alright, you little bugger. You nearly had me there, didn't you? You nearly did. Look at the weeds around his mouth. That's where he had me in the reeds. Not a bad fish actually, I'll just leave him down there a bit. It's in lovely condition. Not massive, but he certainly gave me a bit of a scare. Yeah, look, you got yourself buried in weeds, didn't you? Actually, you've taken it quite a long way down, which is unusual for the chubbies. It's out. Yeah, okay, you stay there. Just got to get me stuff out. God, all this bloody stuff. That's what you got yourself buried in, didn't you? Right, where's that hook? There it is. Right, great stuff. Well, this is likely to be the only fish today, but it's made my day, it really has. It's made my day. Yeah, there we go. I don't know. Not even sure it'll make a couple of pounds, to be honest, I don't know. It don't matter, we're putting back in. Right, let's put your butt in, matey. Oh, that's such a long way down. Oh, he's caught on some thorns or something. Actually, it needs to be the other way around, doesn't it? To get the flow. Okay. Yeah, alright, I'll let you out in a minute. I just want you to be sure you're okay. Wow, there we go, it was worth the wait. Well, I don't think there's much chance of getting another chub out of this same spot, but we'll sit it out here. You never know your luck. I didn't expect that one, so you never know what's going to happen really, do you? I kept putting that bait right down under that tree and I thought there's got to be a chub under there, and he was in the end. Yeah, by all that sort of weed around his mouth when it came out, when I finally got it out, that's obviously what he buried himself in. I thought he was in the bank, but he wasn't. He was actually down on the bottom, and he had obviously got himself in some fairly thick weed. They're masters chub at doing this, aren't they? They really are. Yeah, I really thought I'd lost him, to be honest. They've actually introduced barbel into this mill stream, but I've not seen any reports of captures. The club asks people to report them if they catch them, but of course the way things are these days, if someone gets a sniff of barbel they tend to keep quiet about it, which is a bit unfortunate really, because the fish are put in for everyone's benefit, but there we go. Yeah, I've been getting little knocks before that bite, but that definitely was a bite. It was pretty obvious, and he actually taken it fair way down as well. Yet again, right under the tree. Well, that's a bit of excitement. Brightens up the day a bit. Well, I came out today after chub, but I didn't expect to be fishing here. But there we go. We've achieved the target, albeit in a slightly different way than I planned. I keep mentioning that when I'm fishing these streams it's unusual to get two fish out of the same spot, but in fact I did achieve that here on one occasion, which really surprised me. So a lot of splashing down there. I wonder what it was. Don't know if it's ducks or swan. Yeah, on one occasion I came here, I think it was in October, and I think I was down where the other guys fishing, the spot where I sort of hoped to get in today, and I caught two fish in fairly quick succession, which really amazed me, because it doesn't usually happen. So I'll keep plodding on here. There's more fish down there. Obviously I've put that one back here, which is a fair way upstream, so you'll probably drop back into the rest of them if there are others there, but well, I was rabbiting on about all manner of things, and then I realised the video wasn't on, so you heard none of it, and I can't remember much of what I said now, to be honest, so don't worry. Anyway, what I would say is it's just come up to 2 o'clock, and I'll probably stay to 3 o'clock, and I'm not overly hopeful to catch another fish, but basically there's a good chance. I think these chub don't usually hang around as solitary fish, not at the size I just caught anyway. You can usually expect 2 or 3 in the summer. You can sometimes spot them, particularly before the season starts, when they've lost a lot of their fear, and it's very rare you just see a single one. So there's a chance. When I was rabbiting on and it wasn't recording, I was sort of comparing this mill stream, which is obviously a man-made channel, which was dug a long time in the past, one imagines, to power the mill, so it's dead straight and fairly short, which gives you limited options in terms of the number of swims. And I was comparing it with the chub stream where I fished last week, which is anything but man-made. It's a very natural stream and much longer, with lots of different characteristics along the length, just as challenging though, more so in fact I think. I mentioned when I was fishing the chub stream last week that one fish out of these streams is a success. 2 is a really good session. So I regard today as a success, despite all the disappointment of the main river and having to move, and my sort of plans not materialising as I thought. This could be a bite. There's certainly some movement on that rod top. Again, it's difficult to know whether it's fish or... Put a smaller bit of cheese paste on this time. It's not that I'm after chublets, but I thought a smaller bait might provoke a stronger take. It's 2:30. I've had some really good casts right near that tree, and when I've retrieved, it's clear that the bait has actually been right under those branches, and the cheese paste is coming back, so I'm getting it right where I want it, and it's not being taken. So I think I might have had my fish for today, so I think I'll maybe packing up soon. As I say, I've had a couple of casts where I'm dangerously close to the tree when it landed, but didn't actually go in the tree, fortunately. And because it was so close, the bait has literally gone right down under those branches where they're hanging in the water. So if I'm not getting a bite down there, I'm not sure I'm going to get another bite somehow. I'll give it another 15 minutes and then I think I may pack up. But as always, it's been good. It's been good trying, even though the original plans didn't work out. Well, I think that's it, folks. I was hoping for another chub to come along, but I'm getting the bait just where I want it. And nearly every cast I've managed to get down right under those branches, so if they're down there, they're not interested anymore. Either that or the bait's being obscured by weed and I just can't see what's happening down there. But one fish is okay, really, considering how the day started off and developed. I'm quite pleased with one chub today. To be perfectly honest, I wasn't too hopeful of getting a second fish out of this spot, but kept trying. But there we go. So I'm going to pack up. Well, things didn't exactly go to plan today. The main river was just dead. I didn't get a tremble. I didn't get any interest at all. So, as you'll have seen, I moved over to the mill stream. I didn't know whether to go to the mill stream or go into the car park pool. I'm actually just by the car park now. I've walked back here. And I went for the mill stream and I thought, I'll drop in a few spots there. I may pick up a chub. Well, the swim by the bridge was disastrous. It obviously suffered greatly in the floods and didn't look very inviting at all. And then I sort of made my way to a spot that I thought would be good, and there was a guy in there, sort of well camouflaged, sitting down below the nettles, and so that didn't leave me a lot of choice really. But I went in the next spot along, and casting down to those overhanging branches there, it finally paid off. It took a while, but it finally paid off. So we had that chub, and that sort of made the day really. I was really thinking up to then it'd probably be another blank. Anyway, so that's it. I'm on my way home now. It'll be dark in probably an hour and a half, I think. Yeah, so thanks for watching. If you sort of hung on long enough, you would have seen the fish. Yeah, and thanks to subscribers as always. I've got a few more. I'm getting perilously close now to 800 subscribers. I just need a few more, and I'll break the 800 barrier, which will be good. Anyway, until next time, wherever that may be, I'm still sort of sitting on the fence really. I'm struggling on the rivers, so and I'm not sure the lakes will be any good as we get further into the autumn winter. So I'll think about it and see where I go, and obviously I'll let you know, and you'll see what happens. So until next time, thanks for watching, and bye for now.